Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And you guessed it, my friends. We have another amazing guest coming out here in just a few moments. And until we wait on that to happen, that big moment where we reveal today's guest, I want to welcome everybody into a wonderful resource and a great way for you to learn things that you are not going to learn in most courses or on most videos that you find on YouTube. Because we're going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of online marketing, of setting up a business, and of going through our specific process and launching as a brand new person, in most cases with very little to no marketing skills, and sort of most people learning a lot of this stuff from here, coming in with little to no knowledge of marketing whatsoever. So we'll talk about that. We've done it in 1,100 episodes up until this point, interviewing a brand new customer in most episodes. Other episodes were oftentimes repeat guest of the show, just like today. Amanda is a repeat guest coming all the way from Ontario, Canada. Please help me welcome back to the show for the fourth time, Amanda Vollmer. What's going on, Amanda? How are you?
Hey Dave, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Merry
Good.
Christmas and happy holidays. You look very just festive up there. It looks wonderful.
Well, there's snow on the ground, and my kids, I make them wait until December 1st to start decorating. But like you bet, December 1st, they're pulling out all the nutcrackers and garland, and they want the house to look like Christmas. So it does.
It does, and that's really cool. I've got my tree and things up as well. Of course, my aunt came over, and she's the decorator in the family, and helped make that happen. So, let's talk a little bit about you getting started with all of this. Take us back, just in a nutshell, and remind those of us or who are listening who don't know your story. What is your story? What got you started in this in the first place? And I guess you could tie it into today. Is the same thing that's pushing you then pushing you now?
Yeah, yes, I can definitely do that. So I feel like I've told my story 1,000 times. Frank, come on, man. My dog's noisy, sorry. Um, so last summer, I mean, it had been going on for a couple of years, but last summer I sort of hit a wall. I'm a mortgage agent and I've had a 20-year career in financing real estate. I love my career. It's done so many incredible things for myself and my family. It's given us a life that I just dreamt of as a kid. So I'm very grateful for that career. But what it was doing was it pulled me away from my family. I was working like 60 hours a week. My kids were always waiting for me to get off the phone or finish up with a client. And I was working like ridiculous hours, like into the night. My phone would ring at 10 o'clock and I would answer it. Like I was a slave to my career. So I was in Philadelphia with my oldest son for a lacrosse tournament, and I was looking for one of my tenants. And then, apart from my tenant, a client of mine had just lost her job and they needed extra money. And so I said, there has to be something that you can, do from home, or because both of them had kids and they were worried about going out and getting another job that would be flexible for their kids. And so I started looking for remote job opportunities. And then on TikTok and Instagram, these reels kept, actually, I didn't have Instagram at the time. TikTok, these reels kept coming up and about, stay-at-home moms making all this money online with like beginner, no experience needed. So I'm always hesitant to tell somebody to try something unless I have done it first, because I feel like could be not a good situation if you don't know for sure. So it was $7. It was the 50 or 5 day. I'm now with the lead launch learn challenge. I'm confused. So it was that 15-day challenge for $7, and I took it. and launched in September, and I started doing really well with it right off the bat. I know my story isn't the norm, or isn't, I shouldn't say the norm, but I know not everybody starts making money right away, so it's not a given that that will happen. But because I had such success early on with it, I started telling everybody about it. And and I was able to, using the skills I learned from that 15-day challenge, I was able to scale back my working hours. I only work a total of 4 hours a day on my business, my mortgage business, and 2 hours a day on my digital marketing business, though I am scaling a little bit now with my digital marketing. So I'm spending a little bit more time while I build my new stream. But yeah, so that's how I started. I was just exhausted. I wanted more time with my kids. I wanted to be able to stop telling them just to hang on, wait till mommy's done with this phone call. And yeah, so that's what I did last September.
Yeah. Last September.
Hmm.
That's relatively recent. Does that does that change how you think about how quickly life could change or somebody could pivot in their career?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I went to university for 4 years. While going through university, I bartended. I had 3 jobs through university. It took a lot more than a year to build my mortgage career. I mean, uh, the amount of time and effort I put into building my mortgage career. I mean, I'm not saying digital marketing is an effort. You definitely have to put in the effort every single day, but um, it, I mean, the cost of my university education and the time it took to do that versus learn the skills of digital marketing and launch and build my business in digital marketing, like you can't even compare the two. Like it's, I don't know how to word that this morning, but
Yeah.
it's definitely there's a profound difference between the two.
Yeah. And that difference is not just legendary marketer. That business is not just the even our niche of, creating courses and, doing affiliate marketing. This is, in my opinion, something that's happening, an opportunity that's available to most everybody. I mean, unless you're in a country that, you have no Wi-Fi or something, or you are just, I don't know, you're just in a bad situation that the last thing you should be worried about as a business, if you are looking for something to create extra income, if you're looking to be able to learn something, to even learn something that you can turn into a career or a full-time living. I mean, what does a career even mean anymore? I don't really know. That means that you worked in the same industry for a long time, I guess. I guess people used to define it as I've worked for this company for 30, 40, 50 years and I retired with a pension or something. I don't that expectation, I believe, still exists, and I believe in some
It
cases
does.
it's still happening. But I
Mhm.
mean, I saw it firsthand right in my own home when both of my parents got let go from Sears as they worked the ranks and over the decades, and that company began to downsize.
Mhm.
I saw it happen with my uncle in Nationwide Insurance when they decided to cut out all agents in Florida, right, and use internet leads, right. So I don't this opportunity that exists. It exists clearly in Ontario, Canada. It exists down here in St. Petersburg, Florida. I've seen it existing from Australia to the UK, to all over the United States, North and South America, Asia. So, what do you think is the big thing if university, seemingly as we describe it, the traditional route is more difficult, longer, harder, and more expensive? Why do you think it's so hard for people to get over their skepticism about something like this?
Because there's that old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So I think that you, in order to be able to recognize an opportunity, you have to be able to open your mind to the possibility of something that you never believed before. Um, I was taught right from, birth, I think, that I was going to go to university and I was going to have a career and I was going to do, get married, have kids, buy the house, get the mortgage, like do that. And it just never occurred to me that I was going to do anything else until I found out that there was a something else that I could do. And I mean, not most people like the safe route. I've never been like that safe route person. But I, I do think, even if it's uncomfortable, I think most people would prefer to stay in what they know than try something and potentially fail in something they don't know anything about.
Yeah.
I wish that wasn't true, but I think it's more common
Yeah.
than not.
Yeah, no, I agree, and there's other dynamics at play too, many of which I love to explore, but we won't go into that now. My question to all of you, listening right now, and maybe you could leave it in the comments, is, what is or was your biggest mental roadblock? Was it the skepticism that you had from some sort of limiting belief, maybe, or some, societal programming, coming up in school and just, being sort of programmed to follow this particular path, and anything else that you do feels wrong and likely doesn't get others' approval, sometimes even your parents or your spouse, right? And then yes, I think the too good to be true, money doesn't grow on trees, all these things that we've heard over and over again our whole lives, definitely become, soundtracks that play when opportunity presents itself. And it's like, we've got all this programming that's like, beware, beware,
Mhm.
and so I get it. It's hard to take a risk. Um, and so what are some of the things that practical people could do to track their progress as you have over the past year, that it may not be burning bushes and millions of dollars flying out of your computer screen, but what are some of the wins and some of the progress that we often overlook that
Mhm.
really is important parts of the journey that we all must go through and are actually signs of growth? Does anything in particular come up, or how does that ring a bell for your journey?
Well, for me, I mean, I don't know. My case probably isn't as I don't know. Maybe it is. My big thing, what I was looking for out of this journey was more time. Um, I'm not saying money isn't great. Everybody wants more money, but I needed I needed something to give me time to actually like find happiness. I was just miserable.
Mm,
I ended up becoming very resentful in this career that had done so much for me because I had nothing left at the end of any day.
mm,
Um, I didn't want to get up in the morning. I begged for the weekend, even though I was still working on the weekends. I hated Monday mornings. Like the thought of Monday mornings was just, it was, it was like this pit that I was about to fall into every time my alarm went off on Monday morning. Um,
mm,
so what I wanted was to find more time and more enjoyment in the actual living part of life. And so out of my journey, I mean, I'm still making the money I was making before, but I found the time to be able to learn things that I've always wanted to learn. Like I started my homestead. I now have chickens and goats
mm,
and they're really cute and I love them. It gave me time to learn how to bake sourdough and now I've started a micro bakery. which is super exciting for me. And I'm now working on building that side of digital marketing, with digital marketing, sorry. Um, I asked ChatGPT how to make X number of dollars baking bread. And I thought, whew, well, digital marketing is going to have to play a role here because baking bread alone isn't going to do that. I don't have enough hours in the day.
Totally.
um, but so what it has done for me more than provide another income source is it's given me time. It's given me the freedom. Like my family, we're flying out to Maui tonight. And we wouldn't have been able to do that before. I would have been tied to my office for the next 3 weeks over Christmas, trying to like pound out all those deals. Um, so, so I mean, and it's given me knowledge in this whole world of the internet that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
I truly didn't know. I had no idea that when I clicked on a link to buy a hoodie and then it took me to this cute t-shirt that I didn't know I wanted. And then it took me to, oh, you can get another one for an extra $5. I had no idea that there was somebody on the other end actually making commission off that. It
Mm.
never occurred to me. So, yeah, so knowledge, freedom, time, the ability to enjoy life more, all those things is what it's done. And community. I've made friends on the internet, which would have sounded really scary to me once upon a time. But
Yeah.
the community that I've gained by, learning these skills and becoming a part of Legendary is just, well, it's legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Hello. I love that you're flying out tonight. It's a great example of the freedom and flexibility, and the also the insight that you gained. You mentioned, just being able to kind of see the world through the marketing goggles, right? And all of not all of it, right? Because there's still a lot of technology, coding, blockchain, all the software development backend stuff is not my expertise, and I don't know much about it. So not I don't think you ever get to a place to where you know everything about the internet. Maybe Elon Musk does or something. Maybe he has a super brain. Maybe he's actually right. If anybody has, AI or Neuralink or whatever plugged in, I don't know, but for me, I'm just I'm just an average guy doing, you know, like an ordinary dude doing extraordinary things
Yeah.
from simple marketing knowledge. It's not rocket science, but it's
Yeah.
just having the marketing goggles to be able to, like you said, that's what that is. And then because I can see it, it gives me ideas.
Yeah.
Because I can see it, because I understand what's happening, I don't feel lost. I want to play the game.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there watching a game that you have no idea what's going on the field, that's not an interesting game for you to want to be a part of because you don't get it. You don't understand it. I feel like that most of the times I watch hockey.
That's the great Canadian game, Dave.
I know, I know, I know. I thought that joke would land well here. That's why I said it. But it's true. I mean, I'm sitting down here in Tampa, Florida, watching the Tampa Bay Lightning going, I should know more about this sport. We've won the Stanley Cup a few times, for God's sakes, in the last decade. But I don't ever. So I never want to play the game. I've never in my life been like, I wonder if there's a hockey league around here. But I tell you, baseball, I grew up playing baseball. I know that game in and out.
Mhm.
When I thought about having a son, literally, there was one image I had, which was playing baseball with my son. Because I understand the game. I get it. I know how to play. I'm good at it. So this making money is a game too.
Mhm. It
And
is.
if you don't understand how the game works, then of course you're going to look at it, be confused, overwhelmed, bored, it's too good to be true, all the things
Yeah.
that you could possibly say to, I guess, make yourself feel better about not knowing how to play the game. Instead, there's a better solution.
Yeah.
It's learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
And you learn how to play the game, you then can, which you mentioned, appreciate others playing the game when you see it too, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I do think that there is once you realize that there are so many different ways to make money, you do start seeing those more. Like, I would never have thought I'm going to make money selling bread. Like, I just wouldn't, it would not have crossed my mind before.
Yeah.
But once I realized that there's more to it than selling a loaf of bread, because you're only going to make $10 on this one loaf of bread. But if you can teach somebody how to make it online, using the internet, using digital marketing, because Legendary does have a course, teaches you how to create your own digital course. Once you use those tools, that $10 multiplies by all of the people out there that want to buy. They want to learn how to make it themselves in their own home. So you just start looking at it differently. I think about the way, like when I was really young, I wanted to get into real estate, and I started out with nothing. I bought my first little house for $70,000, borrowing 100% of the amount I needed to buy that house. And I wanted to buy a bigger house. So I turned that house into a rental and bought a bigger house. And then I wanted to buy a bigger house. So I turned that house into a rental and bought a bigger house. And a real estate icon in our area back then told me, Amanda, real estate is all about multiplying. You can't, when you look at any piece of real estate, you have to look at the income you can generate from it, or you're never going to be able to buy more. And digital marketing is kind of the same. Like, you need to find a product or a service or some form of education that can be duplicated over and over, not duplicated, sold over and over again, because it's not just selling that one course. Like, you have to build off that one course and continue generating income from other branches of it.
Promotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, core. That's why we teach the core four. I mean, we if you have not gone through the 5-day marketing challenge, the Learn Launch Lead challenge, then I encourage everybody to do that, to understand how what Amanda's talking about, what those core four ways to sell information is, or sell digital products is, and what we recommend you do first, and then how you grow from there. It literally is such a clear uh, process where you start with affiliate marketing, you start selling somebody else's products, and then eventually, as you expand, you begin adding other other promotions, whether it be a course, coaching program, event. You can add these things on other affiliate. You can stay doing affiliate marketing, and as you're doing, you could go into other niches. And you could do affiliate marketing and sell your own guides,
Yeah.
courses, things. So all of these core four business models, which are all just different ways to package information, are it's almost like they're so transferable and interchangeable
Mhm.
that you can use them on any topic, and you can they're presented and taught to you in a way that you can put them together to add streams of income to your business, versus quitting a job or treating a business like a job where you quit it and then just go start another one.
Right.
That's replacing one stream of income for the other, where the smart way to build an information business, not a physical products business, but a digital business where you're selling, again, information in the ways that we teach it, um, you end up setting up multiple streams of income through just adding promotions, through adding things. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You could really have all affiliate marketing promotions because you say, hey, look, I just want to promote other people's products, and everything you do is just selling other people's products. I mean, you could stay in one niche your entire career. I've pretty much stayed in one niche my entire career, So, there's just no rules. You could be as diverse as you want. You could be as singular as you want. I mean, you could be as diverse as you want with your streams of income and your business models, or or how many different of the core four you're selling and in how many different ways, or you could be singular. I know a guy named Joe Polish who puts on a 100K mastermind, and that's what it's called. And it's 100K to join. He's got a 25K and 100K, and that's just what it is. And he's got like 40 to 100 people in the thing, and it just pumps off a few $1,000,000 a year. And he hosts these groups throughout the year at his building location in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Ooh, I love Scottsdale. But that's incredible to build that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He clearly has a lot to teach.
Podcast. It started with a podcast that he was a carpet cleaner, and he learned digital marketing, okay, back even before the internet, and he built a marketing system for carpet cleaners, and then began to sell that marketing system to carpet cleaners, but then just started teaching digital marketing to others as well. Started a podcast called I Love Marketing with a guy named Dean Jackson. And then that was basically kind of Dean had his own things. He sold his own little high ticket, small events. Joe has this mastermind, and that's what they've done. They've sold their information through a high ticket event or mastermind, and that's been the sole focus. So that's what I mean, that these business models do not have to be. It does not have to be wildly complicated.
Right.
You can have a singular focus on your one program that you're promoting, whether that be as an affiliate or it be your own, and you put all your energy. Now, how could you put your singular focus into an affiliate promotion? By giving additional things away for free. Some of these other core four business model pieces, like a coaching program or a course, you give that away for free for them to buy through your affiliate link. That's how you utilize the core four business models, but never sell any of your own products, therefore never having to deliver any actual services. You're only doing the marketing. So that's why I love this so much, because it's so right. It's like a puzzle, and the cool thing is it's a puzzle that goes together in many different ways, not just one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Sorry, my dogs are annoying me. They're fighting behind me. I'm trying to block them.
Well, we're bringing this in for a landing because we're shortening the show a little bit to try to just keep it a little bit more concise, because attention spans it's a lot to even ask somebody to watch 30 minutes nowadays.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it's a lot to ask somebody to watch 30 seconds, right? So we're pushing boundaries over here. Hopefully the content's good, but what's your final words and encouragement for people in this business, learning this business going into 2025?
So I feel like this is just a daily topic that I'm people that I'm speaking to in person, online, through Zoom, whatever, is the only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. Like you need to. The confidence challenge is huge. It was huge for me. I did it. So if you haven't taken the confidence challenge, I highly recommend. But you just need to, first of all, stop telling yourself that you can't do something, because you can legitimately do anything. You can do anything that you choose to do, that you want to do, and that you are passionate about. So if you have this dream, stop telling yourself you can't get it. Just start. I had a woman yesterday pick up bread from me. And one of the first things out of her mouth was, I don't know how you find the time to do this. And I could never bake bread like this. And I said, you're wrong, because you can. I didn't know how to bake this a few months ago. Well, 6 months ago, I did not know how to bake bread like this. So you can do it if you want to, and if you're willing to work for it, and if you don't quit. You have to start, and you cannot quit. If you have a dream, you can achieve it. You just need those two things. You have to start, and you can't quit. So if anyone takes anything away from this, it's those two things.
Hey,
thanks, Dave.
happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Enjoy Maui with your family.
Thank
You
you.
deserve it. And we'll see you in 2025, my friend.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
See you. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, you can find Amanda over on Instagram at Manda the Affiliate Mama. Manda the Affiliate Mama, and that's spelled with an M, at Manda the Affiliate Mama. And on TikTok, look her up, follow her. Really an amazing person, an amazing marketer, an amazing creator. And we are really excited to watch Amanda. I am personally in 2025, and what she does, what she's able to do, what she's done so far. And her advice at the end was so spot on. It takes two things: start and don't quit. And that's literally with anything. And that's my hope for you too. I hope that you use these days and this show as this time with us here, this hopefully full immersion experience here at Legendary. Hopefully you guys are going through our training and you're just really taking it in and taking this serious. And if you are, you will not find a more supportive community and people who are more serious to help you and who want you to win. So stay locked in, do it for yourself. You deserve it. Stay legendary. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode, as always. And my friends, one last announcement. Our mastermind is coming up in Austin, Texas on January 31st. There are still seats available for that. Go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll and book your ticket, grab your ticket, meet us there. It will be a life-changing experience for you, not because you're going to come touch the robe of a guru, right? But because you're going to be sitting in the room with a bunch of badass marketers and creators who are doing what Amanda talked about, which is starting, launching, not quitting, figuring it out, and finding that time freedom, and creating it, building it, right? And doing that with new knowledge and skills that you may not have right now. And that's okay. You will soon. Lean in, go through the training, keep listening to Wake Up Legendary. Meet us in Austin if you can, to just work with and get around other marketers, both on the stage who you're going to be learning from, as well as people who are going to be there in attendance. You do not know who you're going to see, meet, sit next to. You could be sitting next to a 6 or a 7-figure marketer in the audience. Get there. It's going to be a great time. Grab your ticket at legendarymarketer.com/enroll, and we will see you there. We'll also see you back here tomorrow for another episode. As always, Dave Sharpe, get out of here. Have a great day. Peace.